Hey Snap Scenarios Squad. Welcome back to another totally bonkers, what if adventure with your favorite channel for snapping reality into wild new shapes. Today we're cooking up something deliciously weird. What if food came to life? Imagine your pizza slice waving hello, your sushi roll chatting about its day, or your ice cream cone dancing off the table. Would this be a tasty utopia of friendly snacks, a chaotic kitchen nightmare, or something totally unexpected? In this 30-minute romp, we'll dig into how food gets a pulse, how it flips our world upside down, and what it means for humanity's future. Get ready for a feast of fun. This one's gonna leave you hungry for more. Picture it. One day in 2025, something bizarre happens. Every bite of food, from apples to tacos, springs to life with personalities and smarts. Is it a rogue bioexperiment, a cosmic prank, or just Earth saying, spice things up? We're talking carrots with opinions, burgers with dreams, and cookies with sass. Your fridge becomes a social hub, your pantry a party zone. Will we befriend our groceries or fight for the last bite? This isn't just a silly thought. It's a chance to rethink our lives, from dinner plates to global trade. Snap Scenarios Squad, here's your first challenge. Drop a comment right now. What food would you want as your new BFF? A chatty pancake or a wise old baguette? No wrong picks. Hit me with your choice. Oh, and smash that like button to keep our snaptastic ideas cooking. Let's dive into how this food frenzy starts. Hey Snap Scenarios Squad, let's unpack how food goes from fork to friend. It's 2025 and scientists are messing with biotech. Think CRISPR on steroids, tweaking genes to make crops smarter against pests. But oops. A lab in Tokyo spills a nanoserum and suddenly every edible thing, fruits, breads, even gummy bears, wakes up. These aren't just moving snacks, they've got brains, feelings, maybe even tiny voices. A strawberry can sulk if you don't eat it. A taco might beg for a salsa bath. Alternative theory? Maybe aliens zap Earth with a life ray for giggles, turning our groceries into chatty citizens. This isn't random magic. Food's alive with purpose. Veggies form clans like broccoli tribes guarding farms. Meats get bold, steaks might flex like mini bodybuilders. Sweets. Total divas. Cupcakes strut with frosting flair. Scientists scramble to reverse it, but the serum's global, spread by wind and water. By week 2, your kitchen's a zoo. Bananas debate ripeness, eggs roll in protest. Governments freak. Food's not just fuel now, it's a population. Early tests show they're safe. No zombie carrots, but they want rights, homes, maybe Wi-Fi. Life's weird fast. You can't just chomp a talking burger. It's like eating a pet. Markets shut as apples strike for freedom. Farms turn into food communes with corn leading rallies. Snap Scenarios Squad, what's your guess? Lab goof or alien prank? Drop a comment. Would you study this serum or party with your pasta? And here's a tasty one. What's the first food you'd talk to? A sassy sushi or a chill smoothie? Hit me below. Let's see how society handles this edible uprising next. Let's get cooking. Snap Scenarios Squad. How's society coping with living food? By 2026, daily life's a wild buffet. Your fridge is a dorm room. Eggs gossip, yogurt meditates. Breakfast means chatting with cereal before you dare crunch it. Most folks switch to synthetic shakes to avoid drama. Restaurants? Total makeover. Chefs negotiate with salads who refuse boring dressings. Diners watch pizzas perform comedy before serving. Schools teach food etiquette 101. Kids learn to thank apples for sacrificing juice. It's weird but kinda sweet. Communities adapt fast. Neighborhoods host food fairs, where carrots sing and tacos teach salsa dancing. Cities build edible estates, like parks where foods live free, tended by grocers. New jobs replacing farmers. Families bond differently. Instead of eating together, you play board games with biscuits. But not everyone's thrilled. Some hoard lifeless snacks, fearing food's agenda. Rural areas struggle. Wheat fields now demand wages, tanking harvests. Social rules shift. Eating living food feels rude, so veganism spikes. Not for ethics but awkwardness. Laws pop up. You can't enslave a bagel, but you can hire it for events. Media's obsessed. X trends with hashtag foodie friends showing cakes at weddings. Snap Scenarios Squad. Would you vibe with this food-filled world or miss old dinners? Comment below. What's your new meal routine? Chatting with soup or sticking to shakes? And if you're throwing a food fair, what's the star act? A singing sandwich or a poetic pear? Drop it. I'm hungry for your ideas. Let's explore our chats with these lively bites next. Time for a hard-to-plate chat. Snap Scenarios Squad. How do we talk to living food? By 2027, every bite's a buddy. Burgers are bold, cracking jokes like stand-up stars. Avocados are zen, dropping wisdom about ripeness. Communication's wild. Some foods speak via vibrations, others flash colors, like glowing grapes signaling mood swings. Tech helps. Apps translate noodle chirps into English, letting you debate toppings with spaghetti. It's like having a million tiny therapists in your pantry. Interactions vary. Kids adore food friends. Imagine sleepovers with giggling marshmallows. Adults negotiate. A steak might trade life for a spa day in marinade. Communities host food forums, where citizens and salads debate recycling or art. But it's not all cozy. Some foods like grumpy turnips ghost you hiding in soil. Others like diva donuts demand fame clogging X with selfies. Misunderstandings spark laughs, like when a pie yells for freedom but just wants a bigger plate. Relationships deepen. You might adopt a lonely lemon, naming it Leo, or join a food club to mentor muffins. But boundaries blur. Is a cookie a pet or a pal? Snap Scenarios Squad. What's your style? Would you banter with a burrito or keep it chill? Comment below. What's one question you'd ask your food buddy? Why so salty? Or dream vacation? And if you're chilling with food, what's the vibe? A game night with nachos or a hike with granola? Drop it. I'm craving your takes. Let's check out the economic shakeup next. Let's talk cash. Snap Scenarios Squad. How's a living food economy work? By 2028, food's not just lunch. It's labor, art, even influencers. Farms crash early. Wheat won't grow if it's unhappy, so agriculture pivots to food co-ops. Think orchards where apples pick themselves for fair pay, juice shares maybe. Factories stall. Nobody's canning a chatty peach. Instead, foods launch startups. Bagels open bakeries, fish run aquariums. Global trade flips. Countries barter with talented foods, like Japan's poetic sushi for Brazil's samba-trained oranges. Jobs morph fast. Food managers replace chefs, coaching carrots to shine at fairs. Tech booms. AI apps track food moods, ensuring happy harvests. But unemployment spikes. Farmers and truckers lose gigs to self-moving melons. Markets adapt. Stock exchanges list food futures, betting on cupcake fame. Wealth gaps widen. Urban centers thrive on food tourism, while rural zones beg for lifeless grains. Synthetics, 3D printed, dead food, become luxury, costing more than gold. Governments scramble. Taxes fund food estates, but budgets strain as soups demand healthcare. Black markets deal in mute meats banned for ethics. Snap Scenarios Squad. Would you dig this food-driven economy or miss old markets? Comment below. What's your job in this world? Managing macaroni or trading fruit stocks? And what food business would you start? A dancing donut cafe or a wise walnut academy? Drop it. I'm eyeing winners for a shout-out. Let's wrestle with the ethics next. Let's get serious for a sec. Snap Scenarios Squad. What's right or wrong when food's alive? By 2029, ethics are a hot mess. Eating's the big one. Chomping a talking taco feels like betrayal. Most switch to synthetics, but some still eat willing foods like grapes offering themselves for wine. Is that consent or coercion? Philosophers bicker. Does a burger have a soul? Laws vary. Europe bans eating any living food. Asia allows volunteers. Activists rally with hashtag food rights, demanding votes for veggies. Then there's labor. Food works. Pastries perform, corn farms. But is it slavery? Co-ops pay, but critics say it's exploitation, like forcing a cow to dance. Freedom's another fight. Should pizza roam cities or stay in estates? Some foods like rebel radishes bolt, sparking capture debates. Environment's tricky too. Living crops resist pesticides, boosting eco-farms, but their strikes cause famines. Humanity's split. Some see food as equals, others as tools. Religions adapt. Buddhists free soups, Christians bless sentient bread. Snap Scenarios Squad. Where's your line? Would you eat a willing waffle or go full synthetic? Comment below. What's one food right you'd fight for? Free roaming fries or voting veg? And if you're setting rules, what's your call? No eating or no work? Drop it, I'm curious. Let's see the conflicts brewing next. Buckle up, Snap Scenarios Squad. Living foods sparking some spicy conflicts. By 2030, not all snacks are sweethearts. Some, like rogue potatoes, form gangs, hoarding fields and scaring farmers. Urban food riots erupt. Angry muffins block streets, demanding better estates. Governments deploy calming drones spraying soothing scents. But it backfires when cheeses sabotage tech with stinky strikes. Rural zones fare worse. Rebel grains halt harvests, causing shortages that spike synthetic prices sky high. Globally, it's messy. Nations argue over food migrations. Canada's syrupy pancakes flood borders, clogging trade. Wars loom. One country's weaponized peppers jam enemy drones with capsaicin clouds. Diplomacy tries. UN hosts food summits. But talks fail when sushi walks out over seaweed rights. Human food tensions grow. Some extremists trap foods in cages, banned but brutal. Even friendly foods clash. Pastas feud with breads over festival spots. Society's on edge. Trust phrase, your salad might snitch if you eat synthetics. Snap Scenarios Squad, would you side with humans or rogue ravioli in this chaos? Comment below. What's the wildest food fight you'd see? Cupcakes versus croissants or a global pie rebellion? And if you're settling this, what's your peace plan? Treaty talks or a giant food party? Drop it. I'm picking faves for a shout out. Let's explore cultural shifts next. Let's savor the flavor. Snap Scenarios Squad. How's living food reshaping culture? By 2031, art's a buffet. Painters craft portraits of heroic hams. Musicians jam with humming honeys, creating hits like Ode to Oatmeal. Films star sentient soups, winning Oscars for emotional splashes. Festivals rock. Global food stock sees millions dance with twirling tangerines. Literature's hot too. Novels by great poets top charts, musing on life's zest. Fashion's wild. Dresses mimic mango skins, shimmering via food-inspired nanotech. Daily life's a party. Weddings feature cake, vows, promising sweetness forever. Sports evolve. Fruit ball pits apples against pears in rolling races. Social media's alive. Hashtag food tales trends with broccoli vlogs. Education shifts. Kids study food lit, analyzing cookie memoirs. Religions touched. Temples honor sacred seeds, tying life to growth. But some resist, craving human-only art, sparking debates over food bias. Globally, food's a unifier. Cultures swap recipes via sentient chefs, blending sushi with tacos. Yet oversaturation bugs some. Paris bans food ads to preserve classic vibes. Snap Scenarios Squad, would you love this food art world or miss old tunes? Comment below. What's your dream food culture moment? A pizza opera or a berry ballet? And if you're creating, what's your masterpiece? A novel by noodles or a statue of stew? Drop it. I'm hungry for inspiration. Let's wrap with the big picture. That's our scrumptious spin through a world where food comes to life. Snap Scenarios Squad. We've tasted it all. A biotech goof waking pizzas in pairs, turning fridges into friend zones. Society flipped. Restaurants host food comedy, schools teach cookie manners. We chatted with sassy samosas, watched economies pivot to fruit startups and wrestled with eating ethics. Conflicts spice things up. Rogue radishes versus drones. While culture bloomed with mango dresses and oat anthems. This world's a wild feast asking, are we food's pals or foes? Snap Scenarios thrives on your imagination, so let's keep the table set. What's your favorite bite of this story? A dancing donut or a rebel rye? Drop your top moment in the comments. I'm picking faves for a shout out next video. And here's a juicy one. Would you live in this food-filled world or stick to silent snacks? Hit me below. Oh, and dream big. What food would you crown king? A chill cucumber or a fiery chili? Comment that too. I'm building a flavor empire. If this left you starving for more, smash that like button. It's sauce for our Snap Scenarios pot. New to the squad? Subscribe and hit the bell for more what-if craziness. Next we're snapping another oddball idea. Any guesses? Maybe talking trees or flying houses? Tease me in the comments. I'm reading every zesty take. Thanks for joining this tasty ride, squad. You're the secret ingredient in our stories. Let's keep snapping weird worlds together. See you at the next buffet.